Just haven't done a video for a little while. I've been focusing on some different personal projects as well as some different family things. So yeah, I haven't really done much on the channel recently. Thanks for everybody's support. Um, and I have been thinking about one of the things I've been trying to focus on. Struggled with my mental health actually for a long time, which a lot of musicians have. And one of the things that I've tried to do on a regular basis is to find ways to make it easier for me to practice and have good, solid mental health while I'm doing so. So finding principles that help guide good mentally healthy practice. And so I actually wanted to do a series with this, depending on who's interested, um, about how to practice in a way that doesn't detract from your mental health, and that will let you practice more effectively as well. Because I found most of the things that I've done when I'm practicing with high regard to my mental health, most of those things enhance my practice anyways. So when I'm doing better mentally, I'm practicing better. So a few things that I am thinking about doing for this. One is self-talk, talking like figuring out, how do I talk to myself during a practice? When I make a mistake, what do I say to myself? How do I react? And to notice those things and then replace um, things that denigrate yourself with healthier things. Mindfulness practices, which are really so valuable in almost any practice setting. Finding like, how do I pay attention to details, and finding which details to pay attention to in a way that is calming, soothing, and that helps build muscle memory actually faster in many regards. Related to that is, when you make a mistake in your practice, how do I regulate the emotions that I'm feeling when I if I start to feel frustrated with my practice, then I personally have found that I'm less effective. So how do you manage those frustrations? Creating a practice process to reduce anxiety in your practice, to have a kind of way of doing this, and yet at the same time being able to be flexible enough in your practice for encountering a new problem that you can then change up how you're doing things. And Non-judgmental, solution-driven practicing, that's something I've really worked really hard on personally. That when I'm practicing, what I'm trying to do, hello, basically, Boisvert. Forgive me, I'm not sure how to say it. Thanks for joining me. Valentine as well. Hello. And yeah, just finding ways then, how do I, like, when I make a mistake, instead of making a mistake and getting down on myself, how do I find, how do I hold back the judgment in the mistake I've just made, so that then I can just find a solution that really will help me. Chunking practices, that's really useful. I've got a personal model that's really useful. Jack Coral, thanks for joining us, or Corral. That Yeah, my personal model, I call it the 3 keys to muscle memory, and that's been a useful model for me in practicing. That helps me diagnose when I'm trying to build muscle memory. Will Marcotte. What I'm talking about right now is just a plan for the future. Some videos I'm hoping to make, talking about practicing, but in mentally healthy ways. So yeah, just what I appreciate is comments on the video when it's finished. Things you'd like to learn about violin practicing, viola practicing, any instrument really. Ways to be more effective in your practice in a way that is that deals with mental health, as so many musicians struggle with that. And I'd like to share those with everybody, some of these different ways of practicing that actually help you practice more effectively. So yeah, just those are general things that I'm hoping to do in the future. So yeah, let me know with what things you'd like. Thanks again for that comment. Yeah, it's interesting how heavily mental health stuff weighs in practicing, and finding a good, effective practice process that works with your mental health is really valuable. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining me, and hope to do a few more videos coming up in the future, addressing some of the mental health topics for practicing. Oh, and thank you, Valentine, for yeah, liking the video and subscribing. And if there's anything specifically that you would like to talk about practice, just let me know. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a whole series of these, but it depends on interest. If there's enough people interested in it, then I'll make more videos. But thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next little while.